Okay. Oh my God. This is very difficult to get in. Ooh, I've never done this before on YouTube. Mm, maybe it's not worth it. Oh, what's up, guys? Hey, how we doing? This is my first time doing a. I don't even know if this works. Is the audio quality okay? Um, this is my first time doing a live on YouTube. I thought that it would be interesting to connect with my audience here on YouTube and answer your guys' questions that you might have about life in photography, art, marketing, anything in general. I just kind of wanted to open the floor and, like be able to connect with everybody and get things rolling. If you guys don't mind, I am going to be sipping my massive thing of orange juice. Um, I don't really have anything specifically that I want to talk about. It's more so I just wanted to kind of open the floor up to the community that we have here on YouTube. I went live yesterday on Instagram and had a really great conversation. Um, how to market yourself on social media. I have an entire video on this that you can watch after this. I think it's actually my most well performing video. Um, Marketing comes down to being able to build trust within a community and actually provide something of value to your community. It's not so much about an audience, but it's more so about building a connection with the people around you and showcasing not only yourself, but your work. I really suggest watching that video here on YouTube. Um, I think that it'll be really helpful for you. I really break that down. I do have another episode of the Creative Connection coming out, hopefully within a couple weeks here. I'm sorry that I haven't been. I know it's been. I just posted one like 4 days ago, but before that, it was like 3 weeks. Before that one, I've been filming so much, and there's so much that's going to be coming out soon. It's just that I bulk create everything, and so it's kind of difficult for me to. I kind of burn out with YouTube sometimes, just because everything that I make is so much longer than it is because I like to go in depth. Um, So that's really why. But I do have a new episode of the Creative Connection coming out. It is hard to grow on Instagram. It's probably one of the hardest to grow, except for here on YouTube. But it's really about consistency. It's about providing something of value and just maintaining your own unique vision and your own unique voice when it comes to the marketing aspect. Um, I am still in a manic episode from yesterday. If you joined my Instagram live, you know that that was what was going on. I'm still kind of like on the back end of that. Your average guy. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining. I did just complete the YouTube video that I was talking about on my Instagram live yesterday. I have just got done recording a complete guide to starting street photography. So we will be editing that probably next week. I'd like to get that one out. I've already edited 3 other YouTube videos. I don't know. There's not many people in here, so I guess it would be nice to be able to gauge like, are you guys okay with like weekly posts? Do you guys want more than one video a week? Like is it okay? I just want to ensure that the retention rate is there and I want to be able to provide people with enough context. I feel like all of the major channels that I watch all produce videos like at least once a week. For a little bit there, I was producing one like every single day, but it's just a lot of work. Like most of my videos are like 25 to 30 minutes, sometimes nearly an hour. Like the last one that I made was an hour and 3 minutes, which is why I kind of created this platform in the first place so I can have longer conversations and really dive deep into things. But I feel like, I want to gauge like, is one a week good? Do you guys like one a week? Or do you guys want more than one a week? Um, I'm always open to criticism or suggestions because you guys are what make up this community. So I want to make sure that, you know, okay, cool. That's what I thought. Quality over numbers. That's how I've kind of like lived my whole entire social media career. Um, I'm having a really rough time with one of the videos that I've been making. It's taken me 4 days to make this video of literally just like all day recording. It is, if you're familiar with any of my other videos here on this platform, I have that like hour and a half long, um, almost like full documentary esque type of video on photojournalism, about how photojournalism came to be in the history of photojournalism. And a lot of people were talking about Magnum photographers during that video in the comments section. And so I wanted to do one on just Magnum. And it's taken me now 3 days of recording to get like anything substantial done. It's very long. So I'll be working on that. That might come out in like 2 or 3 weeks. Um, Sorry for the crazy sip of Tropicana. Um, but in the meantime, I've got a new lesson in crafting a photograph. I've got a new lesson in tools of the trade. I've got a new lesson in marks of the maker and the creative connection all coming out. So I'm trying to be more, take my time with things in some circumstances, just because I want to be able to provide more value rather than just like pushing stuff out and not actually taking the time to explain things. I know that my videos are typically a little bit longer than I know a lot of people stick around for a YouTube video, especially something as niche as like photography. So I really appreciate all of the support that these videos have been getting, regardless of how long they are. I know that I'm quite a yapper. So, but also, like if there are anything, every time that I meet somebody out in public or I get a DM or something, if you guys have anything like that you want me to discuss, like that you have active questions on, I will make a video out of it. I'll try and do my best to explain things fully. I'm always open to suggestions. So you can always hit my line. I'd love to be able to engage actually with what people want to know. So yeah, am I a Nepo baby? I wish I was a Nepo baby, man. That would be great. No, I came from lower middle class family. I've been working since I was 12 years old. Um, so I wish. That'd be sick. I'd probably get a Leica if I was a Nepo baby. You know what I mean? I'd have all the best gear. I wouldn't have to worry about how much um, film was and everything. That would be so sick. Have you done a video on Estevan Oriol? I feel like that would tap into the West Coast audience. No, I have not. I'm gonna remember that. Estevan Oriol. No, I'd love to. You're one of the only photography influencers that actually makes sense of photography and interacts with this community. Well, that's because I try not to be an influencer. I'd much rather be known as like a educator or, I write. I'm a writer, so um to me, community is like everything to me because I didn't really have one growing up. And it was like the whole purpose of me creating this platform in the first place. So I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Do you have any advice for continuing to improve with street portraits 6 months in and things are going great? I just want to make sure I'm continuing to evolve. I'm really glad to hear that things are going great. I think that that's a good sign that you're on the right track if you're already feeling that way. I talked about this in a recent video that I just finished today that'll be coming out next week. It's like a complete guide to starting street photography. Um, in that portion where I talk about the differences and the disparities between candid street photography and pose street photography, I discuss a little bit about the process of going up and asking people for photographs. And really, the number one thing that I suggest is first, you should check out this book. It's called On Photographing People in Communities by Dawood Bey. Dawood Bey is a fantastic portraiture street photographer, as well as like studio portraiture. And in the book, he talks about how to get the most out of a street portrait. One of the main things that I learned from him was being vulnerable yourself and really trying to make that person feel comfortable, asking them questions, making them feel seen, listening more than you're talking. And then, if you want to talk about the technical side of street portraiture, in another video that I made here, I think it's called The Categories of Photojournalism, is what I titled it. And in it, I talk about the different types of portraiture. There's environmental portraiture and individual portraiture. And so, learning the differences between environmental portraiture versus singular portraiture really helped me grow in my own experience of shooting portrait photography. So I'd suggest checking those references out and just kind of growing and evolving. You're 6 months into this, you're still very new. You're going to have a lot more to go and a lot more room to grow. You're always going to be evolving. So don't worry so much about if you are. Just take it one step at a time and things will go great. Good question, Jake. Thank you. Sorry for the big sip. I know that was long winded, but I appreciate the comment and the question. What else? What else is going on? Um, Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the question. Yeah, of course. Zorky 4K is a great camera if you want Leica experience, not the quality part though. It costs like $60. It's a copy of Leica was Soviet Union took over Eastern Germany. Can I be honest with you? Like, yeah, I think that if I was a Nepo baby, I would buy Leica, but I'm not really sure how much I would use it. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that they're great cameras, but I just love my Nikon F4. I love my Canon F1. I really enjoy using my Rolleiflex. And, I haven't ever shot on a Leica, so I can't definitively say. But to me, like a camera is just a black box. So I'm sure that they're in the position that they are for a reason, and I wouldn't turn down the opportunity to shoot with one. I just think that there's a lot of hype around them, and it does, kind of cloud what people think about street photography. 9rem, I love street photography, but in Athens, many scammers take photos of people and demand money, and I don't want to pressure or inconvenience people. They might think I'm a scammer. The same thing goes for here in New York City all the time. Do you know how many times I'm out taking photographs of people and they ask me how much it's going to be? Just approach them with good intentions and explain who you are, what you do. I have a little pocketbook. It's like this big with uh, some of my images that I've made before, so you can quickly show people. And once you explain yourself, usually it should be fine. That fear that you feel is, I think, just a fear of confrontation, maybe. So just you have to be just as confident in who you are as a person and who you are as an artist, and it kind of transcends between you and that person. Yeah, don't be afraid to do that. Like here in New York City, that is without a doubt like one of the biggest questions that I get asked. But I did just want to kind of like trial run this. So I think Have you seen Dmitry Markov work? I have. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe I should make a video on them as well. That would be interesting. I wouldn't ever buy like I'm an avid Soviets camera enjoyer, but I also would love to buy Nikon F3. That thing is nice. The Nikon F3 I feel like has that like hype factor to it right now because it kind of blew up on TikTok a little bit. I love my Nikon F4 though. But this was just a test run. I'm probably going to go back on live at another point. I appreciate you guys for coming, but I do have to run. But I'll catch you new YouTube video coming out very